Hey guys, welcome on into another episode. We're going to be making a really fun macrame style bracelet. I'm kind of still on the macrame vibes. It's pretty easy. I think it's an interesting pattern though because it takes one really simple stitch and kind of elevates it into a wider cuff bracelet. And we're going to be making this today. This is a 1mm cotton cord, so it's really soft and it's organic, it's natural, and it looks beautiful. So this is kind of what it looks like, and we will go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've got my Knotty Do-It-All. This is going to be kind of my base of the project, and I've already cut my cord here in front of me. So for one bracelet, you need 6 little stations on each side of your ring. So I cut 6 pieces. This is about 3 feet. So 6 pieces that are 3 feet long, okay? And I've already done one side of the bracelet, so you could kind of follow along and see it there. But I've got my little ring. We've got some really great ring sets in stock that I put in the show. I'm gonna use another one of those really pretty gold rings, and that is going to be about a 20mm ring. Wow, so convenient. I love this Knotty Do-It-All. But okay, so these do open and close, and so when you start your project, you're going to want to locate the opening. It's very small. These are strong rings, but you just don't want to do your knotting right on top of the opening. So my opening's right there on the top where it's not going to have any cord with it. Let's go ahead and anchor our right side, and this is just going to be a series of lark's head knots. And it doesn't really matter which way, I just am trying to keep it consistent with the side before, like where the little loop is, loopy loop. So you just put the loop through and then stick the tails through. I'm going to do 2 pinks, 2 reds, and then 2 tans. And see, that happens to me a lot. You forget which way you did it, so I'm gonna actually put the loop in the other way, this way. Just want them all to be the same. Okay, so that's easy enough, right? That's just kind of the base of it. So we've got 6 pieces of cord coming out this way, and you're kind of starting with them as sets, like little groupings. So you've got your 3 segments, and then so we start with the 3 segments, then we're gonna kind of combine them and then go back to the 3 segments. Okay, let's go ahead and clip our piece to the Knotty Do-It-All. Still paying attention to where that opening is, and I'm just going to try to clip right here. All right, so then maybe I'm gonna kind of work going this way. And I have some paper or this mat if that helps keep the, yeah, that's nice, a nice contrast. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Andrew. All right, let's start with this middle red section. And I'm gonna take the 2 center pieces and clip it into this clip. I'm gonna move my clip too. Oop. Okay, there we go. All right, so take those 2 middle pieces here and clip them tight. And then we're gonna make 3 full square knots. And the way we do that is you make like a 4 shape here over these 2 center pieces. Then you're going to go over that, under, and through this loop and pull to the top. Then you do the same thing the other way. Make a 4 going over those 2 center lines. Take this cord, go under and through the loop. And do that again. Make your 4 over the 2 center cords, go over, under, and through. Same with the other side, make your 4, over, under, through. And then we're gonna switch colors. So now we'll move to the pink. You unclip those 2 center red ones, and we will move to the pink colors. So clip the 2 central cords here. And we're gonna do the same thing, 3 full square knots. Make your 4. Now we're gonna do the tan color. You unclip those 2 center lines. Come over here. And I kind of like to pivot. I love these clips. You can just pivot the whole piece so that your section is being pulled as straight as you can have it. All right, where are those 2 center lines? So that's the start of it. Now what we're gonna do is unclip that, and we're gonna start to combine the colors. So we are gonna work with the red and the tan section, and these 2 center pieces right here, you're gonna clip across, and those are just the 2 most central cords, basically, or the left one of the tan, the right one of the red. And then you're gonna take the ones right beside that, and do the same square knot sequence. We're gonna do 3 more square knots. So. And just keep doing that 3 times. If you forget where you are, you can look and see where there's this little loop. That's gonna be the side that you make your 4 on. I can see that loop right there, so I know that this is the side I need to start with. Okay, so that's 3 square knots there. Then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side here. And now that I look at it, I think I need to do 1 more on this center piece over here, so I'm gonna just clip here and do 1 more. You can really do as many square knots as you like. You may want your design to look a little more elongated. I just am doing sets of 3. Okay, so just make sure those are the same length right there. Okay, so now we're gonna kind of deal with these 2 side pieces, and it's gonna be the same sequence, believe it or not, but I think it makes a really pretty effect on the bracelet. You can see kind of those side pieces right here, those little loops. That's what we're dealing with right now. So, okay, go to this side. We're gonna clip these 2 in. So that leaves 1 loose one on the very outside, and then we're gonna take the one beside this other tan one. So this is all tan pieces now. And we're gonna do 3 full square knots. Make your 4, go over, under, and through. And you just go up to about right there. You're just gonna let those rest free. And you don't have to pull super tight. This is cotton cord. It's not the kind of cord that you can burn the ends. It's not gonna, it's not good for like adjustable sliding knots or anything like that, in my opinion. I think it's best for this style of a project, like just a little braided bracelets or rings or necklaces. I just think it knots really beautifully. And now we're gonna move to the red. We're gonna bring the reds back together. Oops, okay. The fact that the reds are not together tells me that I didn't do the last half knot over here. Is that right? There we go, yep. So I've got my reds in the middle now. Pull those two central reds tight. We're gonna do more square knots. We're gonna go to the pink, and this is that section where we're dealing with the loose cords. So we're gonna do 3 square knots, 4, go up, over, through. And just stop right there. Let those you don't have to pull too tight. I'm gonna come in on the other side, and then do 2 more full square knots. But I've just done a lot of research on macrame lately, and it's been so interesting. So I've got all those sections done. Now what we're gonna do is the same thing. We're gonna do a little bit more blending. We're gonna go to the tan and the red central lines and do 3 square knots. Make your 4, go under, over, under, and through. And then we'll move to the pinks and the reds. Pull those 2 central lines together. I'm going a little bit faster now since we've kind of got the basis of how to make those square knots. Your 4, go over, under, through. So lastly, we're gonna do a few square knots right here, and then we're gonna end our bracelet. It's gonna be so cute. So let's start here with the pinks. Okay, so now what we have to do is finish it off, and for this, so I'm gonna be using this Beadalon clamp clasp. I call them ribbon enders usually, but they are sharp. They have these little teeth that will really bite into your cord and hold it secure so you don't have to glue or anything like that. Just so you guys know, I have a, I guess, pretty average size wrist, but I did 5, let's see. No, I did, so the amount of knotting I did on each side is 2.5 inches right there. So my whole bracelet is about almost 6 inches when the ring is in the center, just FYI. I'm gonna go ahead and scooch these. So a nice thing about the ring is you can also kind of scooch the piece back so that the ring is centered, so that it's coming straight off of both sides of it. So I just scooched it back, and we're gonna clamp the other side. And I did tie little knots for myself. Like I took 2 on the right side and just did a little overhand knot. Going really close up to that. This is where the clasp will end up. So get 2 of the reds. So those are all tied off. I'm gonna take my clasp and I guess I'll just take this one off the other side. With these, I think it can be helpful to open them up just a little bit more than they are. Just, it's kind of easy to bend them out of shape. It's easy to kind of bend them out of shape. So use like a long jawed skinny plier to kind of ply it open just a little bit more so you have a little bit more room to put your knots. And then what I did was I cut all of these together. And then we're gonna put them all in here. Sorry if my fingers are in the way, it's kind of scary. I'm like, gotta get you all in there. You have one shot to clamp this in the right place. So take your time. And then if it doesn't work, you can unpry it if you really try. And I like to use a flat nose plier, or this is my Amtara crimper, to press it over. And I'm just gonna, after I clamp it, I will trim a little of that fuzz off just because it's there. And you can start to do it. As you do it, you can kind of press them in from the sides. Slowly. And just kind of work your way up and down the clasp. See how that just kind of bites right into it. So then we can trim off that little pink piece right there. I'm not too worried about that. This really good cutter. And you can even go back in with your plier or tweezers and really press that in and squeeze the very, very edge. Anyways, that's how you end it. It's so easy and it's really cool. I just think it's so neat that one knot can make so many different looks and styles of jewelry. So that's how you take a regular old square knot and make it into a really cool cuff bracelet. I'll show you guys this other color. It's so, so pretty in that natural ivory color as well. And just FYI, this is what a square, this is the same thing, just with two segments on each side. See that? There's only two lark's head knots right here. So it's just the center area. So you can make it thin, you can make it wide, you can make it twice as wide as this if you had a bigger ring. You can really do a lot with it. If you need to pick up any of the tools or supplies we use today, check out the links in the description below. And while you're there, let us know what kind of macrame you like to make. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell to be alerted each time a new demo is released. Thanks for watching.